break down that Zyra play.
Thank you very much, Sifa. I am joined by Vander. First of all, congratulations on the 2-0. Let's start by talking about the whole series. It felt like the games were a lot closer than maybe we would have expected coming in. What was your opinion on how well Giants played and why it felt so close?
I think both games we did really big mistakes. In the first game, we invaded too fast with Elise, in my opinion at least. Jankos disagrees there, so he says we didn't follow up as fast as we should have. So they have like 3 kills there, and then our champions don't do that much when we are behind Ash Zyra. We should really work on catching someone and one-shotting, right? And then without map pressure is really hard. The second game, it happened again. We had control of the game, we were catching them off, and then Lee Sin got caught, and then Ash stayed at the tower a bit too long. So yeah, it's just a bit sloppy game from us, I think.
Little bit of a sloppy game. How would yourself and H2K, maybe Prolly backstage, look at fixing some of those mistakes that happened during the course of the game?
Those mistakes weren't like really macro game or something. I think just people were maybe the stage effect, I don't know, just getting caught a bit. I mean, the second game I can really understand it because both of the team comps are really heavy damage and everyone is really squishy. So one misstep and you just die.
Well, second game, you had a fantastic Zyra performance. First game was very impressive as well. Talk to me about Zyra. Why does she magically show up now? Is it 6-11 or is this something that just H2K are pulling off?
Well, you saw in NA last week. When I saw them playing it, I thought like this champion's really weak and they played bad. But I played some games and we came to the conclusion that she has a lot of strength, she has a lot of damage, and if you play smart and around her, she can work. Like, she cannot engage. She has flashy, but it's hard to pull off. So it's more like kite back team composition, and then I think she can shine.
Well, talking about team composition, the Twisted Fates in Game 1, the Ashe in both of them. How is it playing with now Freeze as well as some of these different champions that he's pulling out on the new patch?
Well, it was really hard for me first 2 weeks to play with Freeze. He plays really different than Forgiven. He's more team player and much less. He's much less focusing on himself, and it has both pros and cons, right? I had to adjust to it, and first games with him I played like really terrible. I didn't know what to do. So it's getting better, I think. I think we both are getting better together. And about the picks, TF, I think he was strong before already. You could see like Origin banned in last playoffs against us every game. Just Azir was banned, Victor was picked, Fizz was banned, Azir was banned, and then Ryze and Vladimir. So when the 4 champions on middle are banned, then TF is the next priority, I guess.
Yeah, it helps when all the rest are locked down. So anyways, congratulations on the 2-0 and the 3 points. We're going to head back up to the casters to announce the player of the game.
Thank you, QuickShot. Of course, player of the game after that compelling series. For Game 2, it is going to be Ryu.
Yeah, it was close.
The man in the mid lane, but it was a close battle between him and Vander, I do believe.
Yeah, very hard to decide, honestly. Both brought a lot to the table. I think at the end of the series, one of each, one player of the game each is definitely worthy. Could have gone either way. I like what Vander brought to the table. I think he perfectly summed up the Zyra pick too. Really gave us his thought process, so good interview there. For H2K, all lanes up so far, I think. So we need to really start judging this 2v2 lane potential of Freeze and Vander a little more down the split once they see us getting challenged in the laning phase, because Vander was hinting at a completely different style, and I want to see how that plays out in the early game in standard lanes.
Yeah, especially because in the lane swap with that, Zyra did feel like they had to hold hands and follow each other around the map, and I'm really wondering how Freeze will hold his own, if that support does want to roam, or if they're going to play together, how they actually do play together in a 2v2 situation.
She does shine a lot more even in just a standard lane scenario, so that is definitely the power of that pick. Definitely want to see that come to fruition. I feel like that's a pick that would have worked very well with Forgiven too, where you just want to poke on a tower, let him push up, so we take a tower, and if you get engaged, counter-engage. Definitely want to see more of that Zyra, and I think we'll actually see it draw some bans as early as tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe even later today, depending on what teams have seen in scripts. But of course, we're going to step away for a second as we ready the rift for our next matchup between Fnatic and the Unicorns of Love. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
Say something, I'm giving up on you. Maxler, I'll be the one if you want me to. Maxler? Why don't you sing with me?
Trying so hard to go on the mic check. It's like you didn't get in this time.
Not at all, actually.
Freeze locked up, overextending and taken out instantly.
I healed you.
Kill bot.
Kill Nida.
I'm on main.
Drake.
Push a bit.
Okay.
Finally, Freeze gets that arrow. Knight dropping as well. Easy pickup for H2K. The 2-0 coming out from H2K.